Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. We are going to talk all about the full moon in Virgo that is happening this weekend. We're going to go over the astrology. We're also going to go over like what it means for us individually, collectively. We are also going to dive into the gene key of the full moon and what kind of symbolism that brings into the picture. And happy Pisces season. I have not been live yet on YouTube since Pisces season started. So how is everybody doing with this crazy Pisces energy? I feel like super out of it, and like it's just crazy. Like everyone around me is kind of like la la land, having a hard time like focusing, like just crazy stuff going around. Let me say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello Bernadine, welcome in. Hello Darcy. Hello Jeanette. Hello Ella. Hello Rebecca. Hello Deb. I want to do your Starseed astrology class. Yes, I will be talking about that in a moment. I did get your email. Hello, Courtney. Welcome in. So before we actually dive in, I would love to share some things that are very exciting, and I'm announcing a big announcement today, and there's lots of really cool stuff that is coming up. So first of all, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. And also make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment and share it out with your friends if it resonates. The exciting thing I want to announce today, for those of you that don't know, is that I have officially launched my Starseed Astrology School. Hello, Carmelola. Welcome in. I am so freaking excited about this, you guys. Like, I think I've been doing Starseed readings for years, and it's like finally time for me to like teach how to do this. Hello, Belinda. Welcome in. And now is the time. It's like the perfect timing. And it's like, it's happening at the same time that this other really awesome thing is happening. And so everything is like intertwined in this like epic March is going to be freaking amazing. So let's start by talking about what is the Starseed Astrology School. So the Starseed Astrology School is basically the school that's going to help you learn how to find starseed markings in your chart. And then it's going to, my Wi-Fi is acting up for some reason. I accidentally connected to Starlink instead of the other one. So it may go up and down, but hopefully it'll be good for the whole time. So basically, the school will teach you how to find starseed markings in your chart. And then it's also going to teach you how to interpret them. Like, what do they mean? And also how to interpret them. And that's what I do basically when I do starseed readings for people. And what do these starseed markings tell you? Basically, they give you information about past lives on other solar systems, on other planets. They also give you information about the qualities of the certain starseed beings that you embody, where your like astral DNA is basically. And so you can look at the itinerary. There's a link below. I'm trying to remember if I put, so I put the link to either pay in full or to do the payment plan. Both options are available and it's super affordable, you guys. Totally worth it. And then also you can go to my website, channelforgrace.com, and actually pull up the, this page that I'm showing right now. And so week 1, we're going to cover Andromeda, Hathor, Venusian, starseed markings, and Algol. Week 2, we're going to cover the darkness to light portal, the Pleiades, Aldebaran, and Orion. Week 3, we're going to go into Sirius, Regulus, and Ursa Major. Week 4, we're covering Arcturus, Centaurus, and Antares. Week 5, Ophiuchus, the galactic center, and Lyra. And week 6, the Aquila starseeds, which includes Altair, Fomalhaut, Pegasus, and then putting it all together. And the really cool announcement is I always do like a really fun giveaway. And so I'm actually, I don't know if you guys knew, but I'm coming up with a book. Like my book is coming out very soon. And I haven't even revealed much about it, but I've been working diligently on the book and I am so freaking excited about it. So there's going to be a main book. The book is, I guess I'll just release the title. The book is called Seasons and Stargates, and it's your annual astrology guide. And I have come up with both the main book and then an e-workbook. And in the e-workbook, I go into the Stargates calendar. And so if you sign up for the Starseed Astrology School, you're going to get that e-workbook that has the Stargates calendar inside of it for free. And so that's really exciting because then you'll get to learn all about starseed markings and stargates. And then you'll have the actual calendar of the year of when the major starseed activations are happening with like all the planets, like the big planets, like the sun, the Mercury, Mars, all that good stuff. So that's the giveaway that's going on if you sign up for the school by February 29th. The price of the school is $444 total. And I do have a payment plan for $122 per month for 4 months if you are interested in taking this class. It's going to be so freaking fun, you guys, to learn about this. Like, yeah, it's definitely been a long time coming. So, how is my connection? Can you guys hear me and see everything good? And if not, I can always try to switch Wi-Fi's, but I just want to check because it's kind of jumping up and down for me. Okay, let me see. Hello, Ashley. Welcome in. So good to see you here. Yeah, it's going to be so fun, you guys. That's so exciting because it can really lead you to your purpose. Yeah, the starseed markings are really wild like that. They do. And especially when they land on places like the nodes, midheaven and things like that. But we'll be talking all about that. Connection is good, says Ella. Thank you so much. So that is the big announcement that I am now going to be focusing on making in all of my videos. But without further ado, let us actually jump on over to the astrology. So I'm going to move forward. forward and find the exact moment. I guess I'll do this right here like this for a second so I can. All right, we're going to find this full moon that is happening on Saturday. Yeah, still feel pretty out of it, you know? Like there's just a lot going on. All right, 23, 523. Okay, we got that ready. Let's actually, okay, saved photos. We're almost there. Okay, here we are. Let's edit that like this. Okay. Oh, wait, there was one more announcement, you guys. I can't freaking forget about this. So, if you took the Moon Goddess training in 2022 or in 2023, level 1, if you did level 1, you guys can purchase the workbook. This is so freaking cool. Like, I can't even believe that this is a real book. That's the front cover, and I'm on the back cover, which is even cooler. But the workbook is finally out, and basically what this is all of the handouts for level 1 that are part of the class. And so you can have. Oh, I took some really nice new pictures. Let's see if I can find one good picture of moi for the meditation. Sorry, it's kind of hard to show this. But anyways, if you want to purchase the workbook, it is now available. Where's Rebecca? This is for Rebecca. She was the one she was the original person that suggested it. There's so much like information in all of these handouts, you guys. And so, yeah, so this is available if you have actually done the Moon Goddess training level 1. We have a workbook now. I know, it's really, really beautiful. So reach out to me if you want to purchase one. It's not like publicly available for people to purchase. It's only if you've done level 1. And so if you have, just let me know and I'll send you the link to purchase and we'll get that over to you. So awesome. All right, so here we go. Here's the chart of this full moon in Virgo that is happening this Saturday, February 24th. So in general, a full moon in Virgo is about really like cleaning house. This energy can be used for organizing, for getting things in order, for focusing on the details. Virgo is all about being present. So this is also a call to be here now in the moment, learning lessons that bring us closer to the present. Says she got one all the way. These are my confessions. I don't know when I don't know what to do. Still gotta keep part 2 of my confessions. If I gotta tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Am I back? When I get the phone call. I'm singing Usher. This is what Pisces energy is like right now. I fucking like don't even care that the Wi-Fi is not working. I'm just like singing. Okay, but you guys gotta tell me if I'm actually live again. I think I am, but I need to actually reconnect the iPad. You know, it was my bad because I should have totally done this to begin with, and it was my bad. So, come on, iPad. Okay, we gotta reconnect it. I'm gonna keep part 2 of my confessions. I have no idea why that fucking song. Okay, but this is gonna show up soon. moon and it's much better. Okay. So back to what I was talking about is actually this Virgo energy is very, very good for like grounding you, man. This Pisces energy is insane right now. Like I literally can't even believe it. Oh, I love that, Rebecca. Yeah, I'm still out of it. Like, no, my house is a freaking mess. But also, I have like a million things to do, and I am doing a lot of detail focus work. Like, I'm like transferring. Like, I'm almost done with like the actual, like, I've already written the book, but it needs to be put into the document where it's going to look really nice. And I'm doing that process. And even though it's a quick process, it's like detailed AF, because if you make a mistake, you know, like that's really not good because you're going to publish a book. So it's just kind of crazy. But I feel like there's something about what's happening right now energetically that is just crazy. It's like too much. It's too much going on. That's my world though. You may have like a totally different world and experience going on right now. So I am curious to know. So let's take a look at the transits. So here's the moon and here is the sun. These two are opposing. That's how you know that you have a full moon. This full moon is happening at 5 degrees and 23 minutes of Virgo, and it's making a beautiful trine to Jupiter. And like when the sun or the moon, when the sun makes a sextile to Jupiter, it's kind of like a sun-Jupiter day. Now it's not exact, but they're definitely within orb. And this will bring in the good feeling energy. Like, okay, it's going to feel good. We're going to have some more like, I would say, you know, kind of space to breathe a little bit. Jupiter in Taurus is going to ground. It's a grounding energy. It magnifies the energy of Taurus. So it also magnifies the need for things to look good and feel good. It's not a bad thing. You know, it's just, it's interesting. But I love these signs that are interacting with each other. There is also an opposition to Mercury, which can make us feel a little bit like how I feel and how I think are like on two different ends of the spectrum. And it's kind of difficult to like make up our mind, or it feels like we're at odds within ourselves, which is interesting because Mercury is the actual ruler of this moon. With it being in Virgo, it is ruled by Mercury, but it's also ruled by Chiron, and Chiron is making the conjunction to the North Node. So there's a deep healing aspect of this moon that is guiding us to heal ourselves and then move forward with a new, like, I was going to say with a new definition of who we are, but it's kind of like that. It's like with a new sense of self, we're moving forward, and we may feel a bit not sure about what we feel or what we think or what we want. But the truth is that what we are doing more than anything else is like deep, deep healing. There's also an opposition to, there's an opposition to all these planets. Mercury, obviously the sun, and also Saturn. And that is, it's interesting because Saturn is the one that restricts emotions and kind of says like, no, you know, like, no, we need to be serious and we need to be determined. So we will have this sort of sense of determination and responsibility, but also in this realm of Pisces, it can seem like a bit like we're swimming, like our mind is swimming in water. That's what Mercury in Pisces is. Mercury doesn't really like being in Pisces. He's actually in detriment in Pisces because he rules Virgo. So it's like the mind swimming in water is a little bit like, oh my God. And then the fact that there's the stellium going on in Pisces will magnify that. And so I feel like determination is more of a frequency that we're going to apply on our spiritual journey and on our spiritual path when it comes to Saturn and the sun conjunct in Pisces. But the moon is opposing it. And so there's like this push and pull. The moon, I feel like, is having to work really hard to like do some kind of grounding or like bring us back to earth because we are seriously floating right now. We're also going to have a sextile from Jupiter to Saturn, and that is going to feel positive, magnifying that desire for succeeding, that desire for having our, like, meeting our ambition and meeting our goals, and like setting important goals and then allowing them to actually manifest. There's a manifestation energy that's happening with Jupiter, which is really, really beautiful. And Virgo is definitely the sign of manifestation in the physical realm. So I love that. There's also, again, the exact conjunction between Chiron and the North Node, which I talked about a little bit, who's the other ruler of Virgo. I mean, honestly, like, this is such a freaking cool moon. Venus and Mars are still conjunct at this point. They're conjunct today officially, but they're still conjunct, and they've been moving together, and they're going to continue moving together for a while. So it's positive in the sense that Venus and Mars are like opposites attracting, like magnets attracting. And so they can be drive, desire, even sexual desire. This is also in the realm of friendships. So it's connecting with people and building our networks, but making it work. You know, it's not like whatever. It's important right now to us to like make friends and work with people and network with people and connect with people. That's one of the really important things of this moon. The stargates that are being activated right now are actually the North Node and Chiron are on Andromeda. And since Chiron is the ruler of this moon, this is about the story and the call to liberating us from being bonded to karma, bonded to the past. You know, it's about breaking the chains of the things that bind us to who we are not, because it's an Aries. So the other Stargate that is activated is Pluto is actually on Altera, which is known as the Eagle Star, which is all about seeing the bigger picture, seeing a higher perspective of everything that is going on. So if I look at this whole thing from an overall viewpoint, what I see is actually a really beautiful energy of a full moon. You know, trining Jupiter, with Chiron and Mercury being the rulers, and them being in like really strong, making really strong connections to other planets. I think what we can do most, or what we can do best during this time, is to find ways to express our desire to be more present, find ways to magnify the magic and the abundance that we are feeling and seeing in our lives, or desiring in our lives, to let the magic freaking happen. Because what happens with Virgo is when it's in shadow, it can be too picky, too nitpicky, and it's really challenging to even get anything done, even though Virgo wants to get a lot of things done, because that desire for perfection, which really technically doesn't exist, gets in the way of actually you feeling accomplished, or like, oh, I did something, you know, or feeling good about what you did. But when Virgo is in its magic, like its gift frequency, what it does is it realizes that everything is perfect just the way it is. Everything is flowing just as it's supposed to. And on top of that, you have this understanding that there's something divine about that. And then, because like everything is perfect just the way it is, literally says the universe is. Like I am, right? It's kind of like the I am. And it's the recognition that like we are all one. So there's something really divine about even thinking or saying everything is perfect just the way it is, because you allow the universe, the divine, God, whatever you want to call it, to like have it, you know, like to have it taken care of. You don't need to like try to force things this way or that way. You just need to trust that you're going on the right direction and you're on the right path. And the other magical thing about Virgo being in its gift frequency is that it can literally bring the divine into the present moment. So it's about like channeling those sacred divine light codes into everything we do. So like, can you, like, it's that phrase, like, if you can't see God in all, you can't see God at all. It's exactly like that. And it's so, right? It's like Pisces, Virgo. That's what it is. So Virgo needs to see God in everything. Otherwise you don't see God at all. So it's magical. If you really think about it, it's like really beautiful frequency. I'm excited about this moon. Again, I still feel like super out of it, but at the same time, I'm excited about everything that's coming, and I'm slowly, like little by little, just continuing to move forward and get the things done that need to get done. Now, the moon is not quite, in Virgo yet, but we do have the sensation that we're like moving in that direction because the moon is waxing gibbous. And when it's waxing gibbous, it's just like, you can just feel it coming, it just like keeps getting like stronger and stronger as it comes closer and closer. So overall, this is a really wild and beautiful moon with a lot of beautiful aspects. And it's going to activate the frequency of manifestation. So what do you want to manifest? Like, what are you ready to manifest? That's going to be the most important thing to focus on. And what I would love to go into now is the gene key that this moon is aligning with. And in my new book that's coming out, I have in there put for every single, I'll tell you guys a little bit about the book. I'm going to have a literal like book launch party just to fuck around and have fun. And I'm going to give away some books too at the launch party. But basically, I have the astrology of the entire year. Like for every season, we have the astrology. We have the general energy of the season. Then we have the astrology. Then I list literally all of the major transits for the entire month. Then I go into the new and the full moon that is happening that month. And I go into what Stargate it's on, what gene key, and what human design gate, and then also talk about what that means. I mean, you guys are going to freaking love having this book. I'm going to love having this book. I did all the work of an entire year. It's crazy. All right. So the gene key that this full moon that is happening in Virgo is landing on is the 59th gene key. And the descriptive phrase of the 59th gene key is the dragon in your genome, which is so freaking synchronistic because of the fact that we just started the year of the dragon, the Chinese New Year of the dragon. And so we're like, this is a year of manifestation. I think this moon is going to help us to like feel a lot of that energy that dragon year is bringing. And I think we're already feeling it. So it's not really going to slow down. It's almost like going to speed up in a way. And this gene key is also part of the ring of union. And this is what the ring of union represents. The ultimate role of the ring of union is in the purification of human relationships across our planet, containing the collective codes to bring the human family into realization of its state of higher union. These 4 gene keys have long governed human relationship patterns and their dysfunction on our planet. The combined dynamic of virtue with forgiveness, devotion, and transparency sets the stage for a completely new phenomenon to be seeded in humanity, which is that of collective leadership. This codon ring is currently undergoing a great deal of spontaneous mutation in our DNA and is directly responsible for a huge shift in the way in which we humans relate, particularly through our sexuality and gender. And how crazy that Venus and Mars are actually conjunct during this moon, and they are the rulers of the North and the South node of karma. So there's also this beautiful underlying theme of like deep relationship karmic healing that we're doing. This 59th gene key goes from the shadow of dishonesty to the gift of intimacy and to the city of transparency. And so these are the frequencies that we are dealing with and engaging with when we talk about this moon, this 59th gene key, and how the moon is affecting us collectively. So what I want to read is I want to read about the Siddhic frequency of transparency, because the Siddhis are the magical energy of the gene keys that takes us like kind of like beyond the earthly into the ethereal. And it reminds us of the magic that lives within all of it. But it's easy to understand. This isn't one of those gene keys that's hard. Like the shadow of dishonesty, of course, is going to keep you away from being able to actually find true intimacy. Like intimacy literally means like honesty. Like there has to be honesty for their ever. Oh my God, Mama. Oh, welcome in. Pisces. Welcome to Pisces land. But the frequency of intimacy requires, like literally requires honesty. So if you're dishonest, no good, no bueno for this moon. We're working on finding intimacy. So being honest, and then eventually it will lead to this beautiful frequency of transparency. So let's read about what this city is all about. I just read the description and I'm like, oh my God, what? The return of Quetzalcoatl. We've seen this one before. The final phase of the evolutionary impulse, Latin within the 59th gene key, will probably not occur on our planet at a collective level for many thousands of years. Having said that, the nature of time itself will change so radically that the whole notion of things taking a long time will cease to have any real meaning for us. The mutation of the solar plexus essentially equates to the opening of our planetary heart center. Wow. And as most of us know, this time stands still when you're in love. Beyond this transformation, out of the shadow and into the gift, lies a further transformation in which genetic mutations will take place within the brain chemistry of the pineal and pituitary glands. This higher process will lead to the dawning of the 59th city, the city of transparency. Transparency, as we understand the word today, is not even close to what it means at the Siddhic level. Today, when we speak of being transparent, we mean being open and honest in our communication with others. The city of transparency actually involves the dispersion of all aspects of the self back into the sea of creation. I love this. In mythical terms, the 59th and 55th gene keys represent the force of prime yang and prime yin, respectively. The 59th gift is the seed or the semen, and the 55th gift is the egg. When the frequency of this gene key reaches the Siddhic level, these kinds of symbols cease to have meaning since they no longer function through duality. The semen of the 59th gene key is spent and the egg is no longer needed. What you have left is a state beyond description and beyond evolution. Transparency is what remains when evolution becomes meaningless. At a genetic level, the 59th city cannot exist within the physical body because it is the driving force behind evolution. The state of transparency carries no agenda or purpose. It simply acts as the conduit for awareness. Thus, the only purpose of the 59th gene key is to break down all barriers that stand in the way of union. Like, how beautiful. When this has happened, this aspect of our genetics will no longer be needed. The 59th gene key is the master key in the genetic codon group known as the ring of union. These 4 gene keys, the 4th, the 7th, the 29th, and the 59th, have long governed human relationship patterns and their dysfunction on our planets. Their ultimate role is to bring the human family into realization of its states of higher union, right? The sequence leading to transparency begins with the process of forgiveness, triggered by the 4th gene key. Once you have forgiven yourself, using your relationships as a mirror, you will discover your true aura of virtue, the 7th gene key. Once you have found your inner virtue, you begin to pour yourself out into others, recognizing the same divine source in every person you meet. It is this devotion, the 29th gene key, that is the true doorway to transparency. Devotion empties you out. It brings you into a purified higher state of awareness where you no longer relate to people or objects as other. Transparency brings everything inside your own being, eliminating the very concept inside and outside. It is the greatest level within the whole sphere of life, the greatest leveler within the whole sphere of life. In nature, the 59th gift is represented by the golden mean, a universal geometric form underlying all creation. However, if one tries to create a spiral out of the golden mean to represent the city in its entirety, one immediately meets a well-known mathematical impasse because such a figure would have no beginning and no end. This is the representative of the 59th city. It cannot appear in nature or be understood by mathematics. It simply does not appear to exist. Hence, its transparency. You can perhaps see why transparency taken to a collective level entails the disappearance of the form of our universe. When this does eventually occur, as it must, it is difficult to say what form humanity will take, if indeed it takes any form at all. If humanity were to take on some kind of future form, it would certainly no longer be an outgrowth of evolution as we understand the word. Neither would it have the need to reproduce itself, since its being would be eternal. In the times ahead, and even perhaps today, the 59th city is imminent. Beings will come into the world manifesting the full power of the city, just as mass consciousness will begin manifesting the 59th gift of intimacy as the norm. So a few will begin to manifest this most rarefied of vibrations. These will be people who have gone beyond all concepts and agendas. The ultimate agenda is evolution, the idea that there is still some scope for growth. Although the form of our world will continue to evolve, the consciousness out of which it emerges can never and has never evolved. Only awareness can evolve, and it is evolving very quickly through the transformations and mutations coming through this gift and city. However, when awareness has reached its ultimate expression, it becomes a clear mirror for consciousness, and this is what transparency is. Wow. Do you guys hear that? This full moon is literally a clear mirror for consciousness. It reflects life without any additional comment. It is a state we humans have always dreamed of attaining, the ability to look upon the world without judgment. Now, ain't that the gift of Virgo? There is an ancient Mayan prophecy that speaks of the return of Quetzalcoatl, a being symbolized by the feathered serpent. Dude, that's like the dragon energy. The ancient calendars have long connected this event to coincide with the year 2012, at which time, according to the Maya, time will cease to exist. Such prophecies are perhaps best not taken literally, but seen as alchemical markers emerging from the collective unconscious. The journey of consciousness through the 59th gene key is symbolized aptly by the figure of Quetzalcoatl. The feathered serpent is the same as the symbol of the dragon. Dude, I just got chills. It represents the harmonization of the lower nature, the serpent, with the higher nature, the bird. Full body chills right now. This is indeed the new epoch we are now entering. Most scientists agree that our genes have a hidden agenda to survive, and that no matter what we do, they will find ways to mutate if their ongoing survival is threatened. Genes operate below our conscious awareness. You might even say that God is hidden within our genes. But until we raise our frequency, we cannot experience God. We therefore must learn how to be transparent, both with ourselves and in interaction with others. Our first step is to let our barriers down and look deeply into our fears, even our deepest genetic fears, such as the fear of losing our loved ones, act as subtle barriers that keep us from realizing that our genes are not exclusive, but inclusive. Every man and woman in our genetic is our genetic brother and sister, and no single individual, family, tribe, or nation is an island. We are all one genetic tribe moving through a huge and transformative period in history, the end result of which will be the realization of our unity. Dude, that was epic. So this moon is actually really cool. This moon is inviting us to remember like that phrase that we hear all the time, but until you really feel it, you don't really know it. We are all one. This is about the ring of union. And with that Virgo energy, it's pulling the divine into the moment. It's coming into the moment with the recognition that everything is perfect just the way it is. And that's how you feel the God within. Tomorrow, I am going to talk about the 59th gate, which is known as the gate of sexuality, which is found in the sacral center, and which connects to the 6th gate, creating the channel of mating. It's a tribal defense circuit energy. And the tribe is basically like making sure that we keep the energy moving forward, that everybody is taken care of, that the kids have what they need, and that we continue to procreate to continue us on moving forward. That's tribal circuitry. But this full moon is landing on the 59th gate in human design. And tomorrow night at the same time, I'm going to be covering that transit and talking about how it affects our human design chart. So if you did not hear the news before you came into this broadcast, I have now officially announced my Starseed Astrology School, a 6-week course where we are going to learn all about starseed markings, how to find them in a chart, what they mean, which beings they're connecting you to, and then how to interpret them in a chart. I know a lot of people have been probably waiting for this one for a while. I do starseed readings, and this is the first part of learning how to basically do starseed readings yourself. There's going to be different ways that I'm going to keep adding on. Like, this is just the beginning. The Starseed Astrology School is the basic starseed markings, like the really famous ones that we know of: Orion, Pleiades, Sirius, all the ones that everybody wants to know about. And then I'm going to continue the series later on, probably in the summer. I'm thinking of doing a goddess astrology course where we look at all the asteroids, the goddess energies in the chart. And there's lots of things to learn and dive into, but we're going to start with this one, this 6-week course. If you sign up by February 29th of 2024, you are going to get a free copy of the e-workbook called Seasons and Stargates that actually has the Stargate calendar or Starseed calendar for the entire year. So you're going to get to have a total calendar of like exactly what Starseed markings and Stargates are happening throughout the whole year. And the year starts March 21st of 2024, our astrological year. And that's when my book, Seasons and Stargates, comes out. And I'm so freaking excited. And I'll be talking more about it as these next couple of weeks come in. for now, I'm excited about this full moon. We will be having a ceremony and ritual in our global community. So come join us there. And on Saturday night, on the day of the full moon. And I hope that you are excited and that I get to see you at our Starseed Astrology School, which starts March 22nd. Satnam, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, listening and watching. And I will see you guys again tomorrow to talk about the human design. Satnam.